Hi, everyone. This is Paul with another episode of the Co-Creative Intimacy podcast, where we address matters of faith, intimacy, and communication. Today's question is, who is Jesus? Who is Jesus? Is he God? Is he man? What do you think, Rose?
So if you believe in the New Testament, then you have to believe, because the Bible is very clear, that he is 100% God, 100% man when he was born into the earth.
That's beautiful. That is the correct answer. Yeah. Aaliyah, what are your thoughts?
So I'm actually Jewish, so I believe that Jesus was a man. I don't believe that he was God, but I'll give maybe some context. In Judaism, we believe that there is a Messiah in every generation, but that person only becomes the Messiah if the world is ready for the Messiah to come while that person is alive. So, and this is just me speaking. This is me speaking, not the Testament speaking. But I suppose it's possible that had the world been ready for the Messiah when Jesus was alive, we would have also considered him the Messiah, assuming he was the person in that generation who would have become
Beautiful.
the Messiah.
And thank you for sharing the richness of your tradition. And as a Christian, I firmly believe that the more I learn from my Jewish friends, the better Christian I become.
Same. There's actually a lot of parallels.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus is Jewish. You can't get more Jewish than that.
Right.
He was kosher.
I want to say that I believe that he is a Messiah and he is God. But the one thing that I strongly believe, he's a human being, a human who came to earth and raised by Mary and his father Joseph. And he was a carpenter and he helped a lot of people. He has all the power to himself that he could have healed so many people. He could have done so many things and just a flip with his fingers,
I have a question from what Santi said. You said people would come to him wanting to be healed, like blindness, sickness. Is it written that he was able to heal people?
Yes.
In fact, the majority of the miracles in the Gospels are healing miracles. There's a lot of healing miracles.
I like to believe that he's a man with power and dedication, and he is fortunate to be God's child to help others as necessary.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I know what I've learned, or I think I've picked up from the Bible, is that Jesus is the Son of God. So I'm not sure if that makes him a God or not, but he's the Son of God, and I know God sent him here because the humans needed him, and he was here to teach lessons and things of that nature. So
to me, Jesus is a man born to Mary, but he is God's son.
So in the early church, there were a lot of controversies. They were not sure, is Jesus a man who kind of became God? Was he a man then was adopted by God? That was a heresy known as adoptionism. And other people said, no, he was a God, but he kind of went down and took on the human character, but he was really God. So they thought about this. And in the year 325 at the Council of Nicaea, you've heard of the Nicene Creed. So at that council, they just said, Jesus is the same as God, Son of God, but he's really 100% the same as God. And then in the Council of Chalcedon in 451 AD, they proclaimed exactly what Rose said in the beginning, is that he's 100% God and 100% man, not part and part. So I like what Santi said about Jesus being very human. He had anxiety, he had stress. You might say he had bad breath. He was sleepy. He had, weird stuff in his eyes in the morning when he woke up. He was a human being, but he was also God. So more on this later, but the fact is that he is both. So to summarize, today we learned that Jesus is not a man who became God. He's not a God who became man. It's a mystery, but we believe that he's 100% God and 100% man. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.